First, vigilant guardian is described as an exercise that would pose an imaginary crisis to North American air defense outposts nationwide. This left the second, Northern Vigilance moved fighter jets to Canada and Alaska to fight off an imaginary Russian invasion. 3 F-16s from Washington, D.C. National Guard at Andrews Air Force Base, 15 miles from the Pentagon, are flown 180 nautical miles away for a training mission in North Carolina. This left 14 fighter jets to protect the entire United States.
We have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York. And we need you guys to
The first question I have is basically to get from you a sense of how you would rate the American coverage of the events. The first question I have is basically to get from you a sense of how you would rate the American media in their coverage of the events of the attack last September.
Well, let's see. Shamefully is a word that comes to mind.
Certified to ASTM-E119. The time temperature codes for this standard require the samples to be exposed to temperatures around 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit for several hours, and as we all agree, the steel applied met those specifications. Additionally, I think we can all agree that even unfireproof steel will not melt until reaching red-hot temperatures of nearly 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Why Dr. Brown would imply that 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit would melt the high-grade steel used in those buildings makes no sense at all. This story just does not add up. If steel from those buildings did soften or melt, I'm sure we can all agree that this was certainly not due to jet fuel fires of any kind, let alone the briefly burning fires in those towers.